We travelled to Middlemore Hospital in Auckland to show our support for the nurses who are protesting the government's disgraceful mandates against our country's medical staff. All they want is freedom of choice and bodily autonomy. Here's what some of them had to say. Sarah, I'm just coming down the line talking to different people here, and they are universally just our finest Kiwis. Brave, they're all a bit scared, the nurses. That worries me a lot. But they are beautiful human beings who want to live dignified lives. What's brought you out today?
I'm a nurse with 21 years experience, and I've got 2 children. I'm a solo mum, and I got terminated in December.
Because
I chose to honour my natural immunity, and I'd done my research, which I feel was an opportunity where information that was available from overseas was omitted, discredited, censored, ignored. You can take your pick. But we were in a position where we could have done something really significant as a nation and not pursued this avenue of the one source of truth and the one and only gold nugget treatment that, quite frankly, hasn't worked.
Has not worked.
And is extremely unsafe. And as a nurse, I stood really strongly around informed consent, which I don't believe you can get in an experimental product where the long-term data is still coming in, where the availability of information from the company itself was attempted to be buried for 75 years, and that documentation that has been forced to be released is damning and quite disturbing material.
They vastly underestimated Kiwis, they being whoever the overlords are of this group of politicians. Many Kiwis say they're all sold out to somebody over there. We don't know exactly who it is, but the people over there have underestimated our Kiwi spirit, and it is rising now.
Yeah, and I think as well, it's not just Kiwi spirit, it's the global humanity, the people that can see that something's not right. Right from the get-go, I was like, really? I've been nursing for just over 20 years. Are we living in this pandemic? Is this actually happening? And then some things happened in my personal life, and I questioned further. And I was also going, they said that last week this was what was happening, and it's different now, what's going on. So there were a few holes like Swiss cheese that made me question more.
A lot of things that don't make sense. I still can't get past people putting their masks on to go into the cafe. The minute they sit down, the masks come off and they eat. What is this virus? It seems to not attack people if you're sitting at a table. I mean, I say that jokingly, but Kiwis need to start questioning. Where's the critical thinking? Where are our critical thinking minds? Yep.
Well, it was drummed into us as nurses when we were training to critically think and to question. You might have a patient that looks as sick as a dog in the bed, but their observations that you've done don't match the patient at the end of the bed, or vice versa. You might have someone that looks quite well, but their observations are abnormal, and so we're always taught and encouraged to question what's in front of you.
Are you working at the moment?
I'm building my own business, so I've pivoted.
Yeah.
And I'm building a business, Aromatherapy massage, and using essential oils to support your own body's natural ability to heal itself, because it can if we let it and if we listen to it. And I'm also educating people around maintaining their health and controlling their health and taking ownership of their health. I'm tired of the ambulance at the bottom of the cliff health system that we've had that's addressed the symptoms and not the cause.
Do you want to put up your aromatherapy business?
So it's a play on frankincense. Incidentally, it's also the oil of truth. I'm all about trying to find the silver linings in these situations, and frankincense came about because of my complete love affair with my boyfriend Frank, and because frankincense is who I am as a person. What you see is what you get. I'm not about to pussyfoot around people's feelings because they might get hurt or triggered. I'm going to say it like it is, and not hold back.
And I want to ask you one more thing. If Jacinda was down that camera, you have this 1 minute, she's just walked up, and you have to speak from your heart as you have to me. What is it you'd say down that camera? Jacinda, use her name and look at that camera.
How do you sleep at night? Do you have any idea the lives that you have destroyed? Not just those that have died as a result of this treatment that you said was safe and effective. That's a slogan and a tagline. It has no backbone, no basis, no evidence, no research. Where is your data? What are you doing? You have nothing to be proud of. Nothing to be proud of. And I have no other words that I can say on camera. You are an absolute disgrace to this country. And I never imagined that I would be out of a career because I chose to honour my body and my integrity and acknowledge the fact that our body was designed to heal itself. You're a coward. Yeah.
And there's one last question. Yesterday, Roe v. Wade was overturned in America. And we had our Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern, saying...
You're a hypocrite.
Yeah, saying,
Sorry.
hey, there should be freedom to choose when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Freedom to choose what happens to your body.
Yeah. You're a hypocrite. How can you say that when you have forced so many people into ill health, into financial hardship, opting out of life through suicide, which is not an accident. It's usually very intentional, and many people have probably considered it, thanks to your complete and utter disregard for people's human rights. The Code of Health and Disability Code of Rights, the right to respect, the right to be free from coercion, the right to informed consent. There's 3 out of probably most of them that you have walked all over. How do you sleep at night?
You're an extraordinary woman. You have so much to offer this country. Thank you. Thank you for speaking your truth.
Thank you.
Do you do hugs? Please email your support to nursesforfreedomnz@proton.me.